Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming to class today. We are going to be playing with extension, and it's kind of an interesting thing for me um, because in yoga, a lot, right? We do a lot of forward folds and we stretch the back of the body. We stretch the hamstrings, the back, but we tend to contract the front of the body a lot. And so part of that extension is we've worked on before is opening up the front of the body. The other thing that I notice more and more is the um, slow inability to extend through limbs, through joints and things like that. So I want to play there a little bit today and see where we go. Um, and before I start, I wanted to read something. I haven't been doing a lot of reading at class lately, but again, love this book, The Half-Life of Angels by Mark Nepo. And I was kind of thumbing through this morning and found one that I really resonated with. So I thought I would read that as well. So here we go. So find a nice, find a nice, comfortable place to sit, and maybe you're sitting on your blanket, right? So it's a little more cozy. Maybe you're sitting up on your block, and close your eyes. Start to tap into your breath. And this poem is called "Ever Toward." Let me get up when I'm down and open when I'm closed. Let me give one more time than I think possible and receive more time than I resist. Let me stop trying to delineate life and keep trying to release it. Let me find agreement with all I don't understand, so I can stay as brave as the tops of the trees that never stop reaching for the sky, and as accepting as the kelp along the ocean floor that lives to bend with the current. All right. So, and that's been kind of poignant for me these days. I'll explain to some of you at another time, but this kind of resisting what is in life, right? And wanting it to be different than it is, and the struggle that causes for us. If we could instead be that kelp at the ocean floor that just moves with the current a little bit more, right? I think we might all be a little bit more possibly relaxed. So have your strap nearby. We're not going to use it just yet, but have it nearby. And maybe take your shoulders up to your ears and squeeze them back and take them down. Good. And again, take them up, squeeze them back, let them come down one more time, squeeze them up. Squeeze them back and let them come down. Take one hand to the chest, one hand to the tailbone. Move those hands in opposite directions. So the hand at the chest rises, the hand at the tailbone lowers, and we lengthen through that spine. Just keep lengthening, keep lengthening. Maybe the belly starts to tone in here. And then release the hands, open the eyes if they're closed, and take both arms up. Exhale to your heart. Interlace and press out, but don't round the body. So normally we would kind of tuck in. This time I just want you to stretch those arms out, take them up toward the ceiling, maybe hug those ears a little bit. Release the interlace and bring it back to your heart. Good. Release. Inhale. Take it up. Exhale to your heart. Interlace the other way, right? So we always go the same way. Press it out in front of you. Allow the back to round, the upper back to stretch. Take the arms up overhead. Undo the interlace. Bring it back to your heart. Just one more here. Inhale. Take it up. Exhale to your heart. interlace either way, press it out. I know we'll feel uneven here. Reach it up to the ceiling, press the fingers, the fronts of those fingers of the up toward the ceiling. Just stretch, 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 undo, bring it back to your heart and shake it all out, everybody. And then just take one hand, whichever arm you want to start with. Take the hand out in front of you and then just square the shoulders again, because again, we'll tend to overreach. Square the shoulders, turn the palm face down, and then turn the palm away from you so that your thumb is pointing downward. From here, I want you to see if you can keep your elbows straight and take the arm at a bit of a diagonal, just a diagonal, nice straight arm. Now, some of you, and I know a couple of you, might hyperextend here. So it's not about popping that elbow into hyperextension, but straightening the arm and feeling the tricep for sure, the trapezius muscles, the shoulder blade, one hand to the chest, and then see if you can bring the arm over toward your ear with that arm still straight. And then turn the palm face in, still straight, and let it go. All right, so same thing, arm goes out, palm down, palm away from you. Take it at a diagonal. And just feel that. Just feel what happens, right? This hand supporting the chest, keeping the shoulders even, and then reach it over your ear. Turn the palm in, see if you can maintain that nice straight arm, and then let it go and shake it out. So what do? We've got these 4 different muscles, the rotator cuff muscles that support the shoulder joint, and we're moving through most of those muscles. All right, other side. Out to the side, square the shoulder, hand can go to chest, turn the palm down, turn the palm out, reach it up. Oh, sorry, reach it at a diagonal. Getting ahead of myself. Good, nice straight elbow if you can. So we're talking about extension. We tend to bend here. We tend to not move and stretch the muscles in that connective tissue. Good. Bring that arm up toward the ear. It's a little trickier here. Allow the shoulder blade to rise up. Turn the palm around to face inward and lower down. Take it out, turn that palm away from you, take the arm up at a diagonal. Nice deep breath. See if the arm will go all the way up. Now, and I should have said this on the other side, if that hurts, right? If you get some compression here in that joint, keep it a little bit further away. That's okie dokie. And then turn the palm back in and let go, shake that out. Go back to the first side, palm out, down, turn it away, go diagonal. Listen up. You're going to now bring this into a bit of a twist. So I want you to resist with this hand a little bit and start to move, but follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it. And then reach behind you and see if you can find the opposite side of your waist. Your fingers will come out the other side. Nice stretch for the chest, nice small gentle twist here. And then release it back out to the back. The thumb is pointing down. Reach it back up at that diagonal, take it up to your ear, turn it in, and let it go. Shake that out, go to the other side. The hand is out, palm down, palm turns away from you, take it at a diagonal. Feel the shoulders pretty even, and then start to take that arm behind you. Allow yourself to twist. Turn the arm around so that it gets to your side waist. You're looking out to that side. Nice deep breath. And then release that arm. The thumb is still pointing down. Start to take it back forward. See if you can get it up toward the ear. Turn the palm in and let it go. Good. Roll it out. Last one here of this, and then we'll grab our straps. You're going to take both hands forward and just feel a little, it's kind of a rounding, but it's not a rounding. Like I'm not overreaching. I still have the shoulders pretty squared, but I'm not squeezing back either. Palms down, palms away, both arms at a diagonal. Find your breath here. You're going to open the arms really wide, really wide, really wide. Let the arms cross behind you. You're reaching opposite chest. The elbows are tucking behind you. Some of you are going to be able to just grab those elbows and let the arms be heavy. You're not trying to reach or lift or anything like that. The chest is tall, the spine is neutral. Big deep breath. If you're holding on to those elbows, let go. Take the arms out. The thumbs are pointing down. See if you can bring them both up toward your ears. This is a little trickier. The palms are face out. And then turn the palms around so that they're forward. Now think of mountain pose with the arms out in front of you. Think of chair pose. Think of warrior one pose. Downward facing dog even, where the arms are extended, right? But we have even shoulders and we're feeling this almost little force field between the hands. All right, release everybody. Take that down, shake it out. Let's shake out those legs. Whew. And maybe switch the way that you're seated so that you don't get too cranky in the knees. Grab your strap. I want you to take that strap behind you. And then lengthen out that strap behind you so that you can extend the arms fully. That strap is not touching my back. It's not back here. It's back behind me. And I'm extending out through the arms. The palms are face forward. So I'm just really holding on to that strap with my thumbs. And feel how much work that is, right? The belly is toned. The shoulders are even. We're stretching through the front. Now turn the palms down. See how that feels. See if you can turn the palms backwards. That's tricky, right? That's internal rotation. Turn them forward and reach. Turn them down and back. Good. Turn those arms forward. Allow the strap to go behind your shoulder blades and take the arms up. So we're nice and straight here. I realize with this dark shirt, it might be hard to see the purple strap, but I'm reaching, and that strap, if I turn around, is right underneath my armpits, right underneath my shoulders. So breathe here and just feel this extension. Reach it out, right? Reach it up. Maybe the arms go a little bit higher. Maybe they're more diagonal. This is a lot of work, I know. Keep the arms straight if you can. And release and let go. And weirdly, I've gotten warm. So I'm going to take the outer layer off and we'll keep going. Whew. There we go. I may need that later. Good. So take the strap over one shoulder. Reach behind. So take one hand out, turn the palm down, thumb down, reach it across, reach behind, grab the strap. So again, if I turn around, you'll kind of get a sense of what in the world I'm doing. So I've got the strap in my hand, and I'm going to take the upper arm and I'm going to straighten it up, and the bottom arm will come up a little bit higher. Now, if that hurts, you just go lower with that bottom hand. So reach up and try to extend through the top arm. I'm doing a little break dancing here. So extend through that top arm, everybody. And breathe. And then pull the bottom strap and reach back. So reach back so that you get really nice extension through the front of the top shoulder. Breathe. Good. One more. Reach up and bend back. So when I bend that arm back, this back arm is nice and straight. Yeah, good. And release. I want you to go to the other side. Whoop. So throw that strap over your other shoulder. You're going to take the other side arm out, turn the palm back, reach it behind, grab the strap. So now you've got the strap in both hands. Go ahead and extend up your level. There should be stretch in the shoulder, no pain. Okay. Now, see, here's what I'm trying to communicate. You see how my elbow's bent here, this top arm's elbow? I would love it if you could go straight. You can loosen the strap to make that happen. It's not about how far you pull this bottom arm, but see if you can extend through the elbow, and then bend that elbow and see if you can extend through the bottom arm. Yeah. And extend up and extend down and release. Good. Take the strap in front of you. Hold on to your buckle end if you happen to have one, just so you don't hit your lovely face. And extend the strap out straight in front of you. Both arms are straight. Don't over grip your strap. It's really easy to like white knuckle here, but then pull the strap apart and feel the shoulder blades, particularly the muscles between the shoulder blades, working without overworking. Take the strap up as high as you can for you with the arms straight. If your arms aren't straight, go wider with your strap. Big deep breath, maybe turn to one side or bend to one side. Both arms straight. It's getting harder, right? That top arm wants to bend. Come center. Go to the other side. Keep the arms straight. And go to center. And only if your body allows, take the strap directly behind you. And then let it come all the way down. Whew, good. Set your strap aside, everybody. And let's come right to table pose. Now I've got a blanket down for my knees. If you want a blanket for your knees, go ahead and do that. Take my socks off so I don't do a slip slide on my yoga mat. And once you're in table pose, I want you to walk the arms forward to come to puppy stretch. Here's another one where we think about arm extension. So before you drop your chest, reach the arms forward until your elbows are straight. And you can probably see right now my hips are more forward than my knees because I haven't drawn that chest back yet. So take your hands wide on your mat, wider than your normal. Draw the inner elbows toward your thumbs. Take a nice inhale here. And on the exhale, start to press back and allow your arms to come right alongside your ears. You can drop your head to your forehead to the mat. That's okay with me. But I'm looking for some arm extension. The fingers, the top pads of the fingers are pressing in. I'm feeling all the whole round base of my hand pressing in. I'm working and stretching through the shoulders, through the arms. And then I'm going to push into my hands and lean forward and come into just a little half plank. I'm not even in great alignment here because my hands are a little too far forward. That's okay. From here, I want you to exhale. Stretch back as much if your knees are allowing this. Reach with the arms, feel the pads of those hands press down. And then reach forward and come into a little baby half plank. One more just like that. Reach the arms forward. If you look around or walk around and you notice how many people have quit extending through the joints of their bodies, right? Everything's getting kind of tight. And come on forward. Once you're here, walk the hands back into more of a half plank alignment. So the wrists are a little bit more underneath your shoulders. You can bend the knees. I always tend to bend my knees. It's easier on my knees. Some of you are going to have those legs straight though. And then feel the extension. If I bend my elbows, squeeze through my shoulder blades, and then push out, push out, push out, and feel the arms really straighten. So this is tricep work, my darlings, right? So bend and then push straight, straight, straight. One more bend. And then press the arms straight without hyperextending. If you bent your knees, release, come to plank pose. Here we are again, big extension, right? The shoulders are even. And then take both feet super wide on your mat, all the way to the edges. Bend the knees a lot. Extend through the arms. Press the hips back, right? Moving to downward facing dog. But feel that extension again and then straighten the legs any amount. And feel the strength through the arms, through that extension of the arms. You can keep the knees bent here as we're staying with these upper arms. And then inhale to your tippy toes. Whew. Slowly lower your knees. Bring those knees back into alignment and stretch back into a little puppy stretch or child's pose. Bend your elbows, allow your arms to relax, and breathe. Nice deep breath. Good. Come on up, everybody. Table pose. Try playing with the idea that the hands could be a little wider than your normal, right? So a lot of times we'll teach wrists over shoulders. I have never done downward facing dog with my wrists and my shoulders aligned. I've always gone wider. It serves me really well. And then lift up the hands, spread through the fingers, press down through the heels of the hands and the tips of the fingers. Hold on to the beach ball so the eye of your elbow is facing your thumb or your bicep is facing your thumb. We played with that last class. And then bend the elbows and then press into them and feel that. Press the right leg back and lift the leg and see if you can have a straight knee. So now we're talking arms and legs. The leg is straight. And if this is really hard, if your knee is going to bend or your hip crease is going to bend, I'll ask you to put the toes back on the floor and extend there. Okay. So sometimes when we raise that leg, it gets a little harder. Press through. If your right leg is straight, keep your right hand on the floor and extend through your right or your left arm. Take that right or that left arm, goodness gracious, and turn the palm away from you. And then extend through the arm and then turn the palm back in. Whew. Now point your toes so we extend through the front of the right ankle, the front of the right hip, through the belly, through the armpit, through the elbow, to the wrist. Good job, everybody. Let it go. Take that knee down. Come on off. Shake it out just for a second. Right. So what I think, and I was watching one of my friends up here walk, and she was hinged right here, and her knees were never straight, and her whole body had pitched forward, and all they wanted to do was kind of like straighten up, straighten up. So when we allow that contraction through here, through here, through here, right, we can see what starts to happen in the body. All right, so other side. Chatty, chatty. Woo-hoo. We're in table pose. Take the hands maybe a little wider. See how that feels for you. Inner elbows face your thumbs. Press the left foot back. Hone in and feel the extension of the knee. Lift that leg. See if you can keep that extension. Just breathe for a sec here, right? How does this feel? Can you press out of the hands, straight in the elbows, draw the shoulders to the side body? When and if you're ready, take the right arm out. Here we are again. Maybe you turn that palm, that right palm away from you, and then rotate it in once you've got that beautiful extension. Point your toes and imagine the line you are creating from toes through the knee, through the hip, through the belly, to the opposite side. Nice job. Release, everybody. Set that knee down. Whoo! And maybe reach back, stretch. Good. Last one. Come on up. Spread through the hands. I know those wrists are probably getting a little chatty here, so hang in there with me. Tone through the body or through the belly. Elbows to thumbs, inner elbows to thumbs. Press your right leg back and just hold those toes on the floor. Tone in through the belly and feel almost this press of the heel back isometrically. Release the left side and do the same thing. So I'm both pressing back and leaning forward. Imagine there's a block between your legs. The legs are fired up. The elbows are reaching. The shoulders are reaching. I'm so strong, right? You're so strong here. And then bend the knees to press the chest toward your thighs. Maybe you heel up just a little bit, step up just a little bit for your down dog, still with that extension through the shoulders, through the arms, and then straighten the legs any amount, straighten the knees any amount, and then walk those hands back, one huge handprint, and stay. So now you're in a super short downward facing dog. Extend through the arms. Let the head be between the arms. Bend the knees. Lift your sit bones, and then maybe straighten the legs. One more big handprint back. One more. Bend the knees. Inner elbows to the thumbs. Extend through. Straighten the legs any amount. A lot of you will be able to drop the heels here. And then walk those hands the rest of the way back. Move your blanket out of the way. Your fingertips can come either to the floor or to your shins. Let the head hang here, everybody. And then bend both knees. Take both hands to the knees. Draw the elbows to your hips. Lift up head, chest, neck, and come up to standing. Woo! And shake those out. Give the wrists a little bit of a squeeze. Hey, the sun came out today. Good. Just rub those hands together and shake them out. Good. So we play with this idea of extension. So we've just done the joints all through here, right through here, a little bit through here. So let's come back into this. I probably shouldn't have had you move your blanket. So have it nearby. And bring your blocks to the front of your mat. Inhale, take it up. Exhale all the way down. Soften and step back with your right leg. Grab your blocks, take them under your hands. If you would like a blanket under your knees, go ahead and put that on the mat right now, so you don't get your knees all unhappy. So here we are. In fact, I'm going to switch, you guys. You can stay with right leg back. Just don't let me mess up the other side, just so you can see. So here we are again with extension, hip extension. I find super important. This is the front of the hip. When we stretch that front of the hip, we're talking about hip extension. The muscles that create this extension are right back here, right? Opposing muscles. So as you come into a lunge and you feel a stretch here, I want you to do a teeny tiny tuck, just a tiny tuck of the pelvis, and see if you can find a little more stretch here that doesn't cause you to just drop through, right? Drop that hip all the way down. Pause here. Find your breath. Think of extension. So now we've got the front thigh, front hip beginning to extend, beginning to stretch. What happens if I tone in through the belly a little bit? Maybe I access the psoas muscle. From here, take your hands to your knee. Try to keep the pose, little baby tuck. Leave your left hand on your left knee. I'm opposite for you. So left hand on left knee. Take the other arm out front. Turn the palm away from you. Lift the arm, straight elbow, and then turn it in and see if you have more extension than you normally do with that arm, chest, shoulder complex. Release. Woo. Just press both hips back. Slide your left knee back. Slide your right foot forward. I'm going to grab my blanket because I was there longer than I had planned. So make sure you always protect your knee. All right, so front knee, front ankle alignment. I'm now focusing on this opposite hip. I'm going to do just a little bit of a tuck. The shoulders are at the side body. And I just want to see if I can engage the opposing muscle to safely stretch the front muscle to extend out. I know a few people who cannot do this lunge. It is too much. They're back here somewhere because they can't extend through the front hip. Part of it is where their muscles are tight, and part of it might be from lifestyle. Way too much sitting, right? Way too little extending. All right, hands to knee. Pause, good tuck of the belly here. Take the opposite side arm out, turn the palm away. Shoulders are square. Take the arm up toward your ear and then rotate it around and face that arm toward your ear. And breathe and just feel, right? There's a freedom here that you might not normally feel. Release, hands down, press the knees back, and switch sides. I'm going to switch back, so you should probably have your left foot forward. I'm going to go back to that side so I don't mess up. From here, either knee is down or knee is up. Find your lunge. Wiggle play with your hips. The front knee bends. You're heavy weighted in the heel of your front foot. Okay. So instead of being by your ball mound of that front foot, get heavy in the heel. It's going to shift your weight back a little bit. Fire up the back leg, straight knee, belly tones in, the chest gets long. If your left foot is forward, I want you to take the right arm, reach it out, palm facing out. I know this is tricky. Turn the palm face in. Press off your low block and come on up. Both arms extended. The back foot, see if you can level that back foot out so that you're pressing straight back with the heel, knee straight, hip extended. You got the idea. Breathe. Take the arms out to the sides. Turn the palms in. Reach for the opposite elbows. And breathe. And notice, hopefully, that there's not a lot of overextension, right? You're not straining, but you're feeling this nice, sweet pose. Not to mention a little balance work here. All right, release the arms, take them up, reach them beside your ears, take those hands down to the blocks, lower your knee, bring the hips back, and shake them out. I know, and come on forward again. How time flies when you're having fun. What the heck? All right, I got to get moving. Front knee, front ankle, weight the front heel. Okay, what that means is I will normally go here. I'm going to bring the knee back, bring the hip back so the heel is heavier. Flip your toes under, optionally lift the knee. Extend out, everybody, right? Think of how tall, as Adriana said, how tall you can become when you loosen up the kinks in your body. Take the opposite arm out, the palm is facing away. As you push off, lift up, turn the palms in, reach with the other one, press through that back leg, press through that back heel. More of the weight of the front leg is at the heel as opposed to the toes. Breathe, I know. Notice. Find your breath. Extend through the arms. Breathe. Open those arms up, everybody. Reach behind you. See if you can find the opposite elbow. Everything facing forward, including your back foot. Woo! Breathe. Release. Take it up. Exhale down. Lower the knee. Release those toes. Take your other leg back, your other knee back. You can move those blocks out of the way. Give me a little puppy stretch right here. Little puppy stretch. And then drop the elbows, come on down to your bellies, and bring the arms forward. Bring the arms forward. You can either have your head down or you can keep it a little lifted up. I'm keeping mine lifted up more to talk than anything. And then with your hands, and I don't know if you, I think you can see them well enough. With your hands, I want you to push your arms away from you. Try not to look up so much, right? Try to look kind of more down toward the top of your mat. Push your arms away and extend. Lift both legs and extend. Point the toes. Try to straighten the knees. Engage the glutes. Extend through the arms. Let your fingers do the walking. Get even further out. Find your breath. And release it. Whew, and just shake that out. And then come on up to your elbows, little Sphinx pose, right? Pose we do all the time. I want you to just rock side to side. Low back, folks. 1, the elbows come further out. 2, the feet go further out. 3, the belly for everybody should draw in just a little. Good. Just wiggle a little side to side. You're going to feel front belly. Good. And then leave your right hand down, leave your right elbow down, take the left arm forward. And I want, or sorry, take the left, yeah, I did say that right. Take the left arm forward and push your left hand isometrically away from you. So you've lifted up a little bit and just find that breath. Good. Lower the left, extend out through the right. Push the right arm out isometrically. Breathe, nice straight elbow. And lower. Walk both hands out. Extend both away from you. Find your breath. Engage through the belly. Lift the knees off the floor. Holy moly, if this is too much for you, you know who you are. I know who you are. And I adore you, so please don't overdo it. Big deep breath. Feel the front body stretch and let that go. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs, and breathe. All right. Releasing that, come back to your hands and your knees. This time, move your blanket out of the way. We're going to do a little movement here. You can have your blocks to the front of your mat and come to downward facing dog very purposefully. Maybe the hands are wider. You're pressing into the pads of those tips of the fingers, inner elbows toward your thumbs. Flip your toes under, lift your knees, press your chest toward your thighs to straighten the arms. And then straighten the legs. Feel your body lengthen. Take your feet wide on your mat. Walk the hands back on purpose. Bend the knees and look forward. It's like you're going to take off or something, right? Press hands into knees and lift up. And shake it out. Roll the shoulders. All right, front of your mat, my loves. We're going to pull this all together. And maybe you take a moment just to feel like, oh, okay, right? I feel taller already. And it's not this kind of extension that doesn't feel natural for your body. It's this opening from extending through all of these different lovely joints. All right, you're at the front of your mat. Inhale, take it up. Exhale all the way down. You can probably take your blocks if you have them at the second level. Soften the knees, step back with your right leg. Some of you are going to drop the knee here. That's awesome. I know who you are as well. You're going to roll the front hip back. If your knee is lifted, I want big extension through that. Now, shift the weight back a little bit so the heel's heavy, okay? Hands to knees, take the torso up. Keep the tension on the back foot, back leg. Back glute squeezes. Hips are level. Take both hands out in front of you. Turn the palms down, turn the palms out. Reach up. Reach up. Once they are as high as they'll go for you, turn the palms in and feel that little force field between the hands. Find your breath. Press through, everybody. Press through. Extend the arms out. Reach them behind. Interlace hands instead of elbows. Draw down. Lift up. Find your breath. Release the hands, take them to your hips. Listen up. You're going to take this back leg, turn the foot to the side position. Knowing that chances are this knee went with it, straighten out the knee, press through the back foot. Take the arms out. This is warrior 2. Take front elbow to front thigh, pause. I want you to take your back hand, turn the thumb down. Lift that arm up. Keep lifting, and then turn it over your ear so that the palm is facing down. Does that make sense? Take that same arm up, turn the palm, thumb points down, drop it down to your waist. Last one, take it up, allow it to turn over your ear, breathe, and then fully release, come on down. Hands to blocks, turn your back foot. You're going to step forward. Shake it out. Bend the knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Roll the shoulders. Shake it out. Shake out everything. And breathe. I hope you're still with me. Inhale, reach up. Other side. Exhale all the way down. Soften the knees, step back with your left leg. Make sure your pose is wide enough. Knee up, knee down. Draw the weight, front weight to the heel a little bit, that front heel instead of toward the toes. Really reach through the back leg. You can hang out right here, everybody, but think of this extension through knee and hip. Hands to knee. Press up. Find that. Try to stay steady on the back foot. Press through the back heel. Both arms out in front of you. Turn the palms away from you. Reach the arms up. Begin to turn them back in. Feel the little force field between the arms. Find your breath. Tone in through the belly. Reach wide. Take the arms back. Interlace your other way. Press the arms down and back. Even here, I'm not overreaching. Deep breath. Release that. Take it out. Reach it up. Nice job. Release those hands to your hips. Turn your back foot to the side position. Here we are, warrior 1. Check that front knee. Take the arms out to the sides. Roll the shoulders. Find your breath. Take your front elbow or your front forearm to your front thigh. Reach this arm. Start with the thumb pointing down. Reach it up. And then turn it over your ear. Everything else is pressing, right? I'm really reaching that back leg. Take it up. Turn the thumb down. Maybe reach behind your hip. And then reach it up. Turn it over ear. Nice job, everybody. Turn it back over to your blocks. Straighten your back foot. Listen up again. Move those blocks out of the way. Step back to downward facing dog. Find that pose. Find that extension. Lift through the sit bones. Right? Breathe. Now with this new understanding, can you extend through your down dog without strain. Can you extend through the legs and the arms without strain, without hyperextension? Plank pose, same thing. Where are you? Open up those arms, push away like you were going to try to put your back body up against something. Lower the knees, lower the belly. I got a little spider that just decided to visit, so I'm going to scoot down a little bit. Come to Sphinx pose. Feel your extension. Find your breath. Notice. Come on all the way down. Move your stuff out of the way. Extend through your arms. Extend through the legs. Lift the legs optional. Take the arms out to the sides. Reach the hands behind, palms face up. Look toward the front of your mat. Find your breath. Fish one arm forward, just one. Fish that one back and reach the other. And back. And come on down. Whew. Shake it out, everybody. Holy moly. Nice job, everyone. Press up, downward facing dog. Breathe. Take your feet wide. Walk your hands back. Stay here, bent knees, bent knees. Let the head hang, let the shoulders be super, super soft. Like just let them kind of hug up around your ears, stretch out that part of your body. If your back is okay, go ahead and grab opposite elbows. Keep your knees really soft here. And allow yourself to hang. That's not for everybody. Hands to knees, bend the knees, get everything lifted, and come on up. And roll it out. Whew. Now, if you're not feeling your upper body, let me know because I am. I don't know about you. All right. So I'm just going wide on my mat so that you can see my arms. They don't get too high. But if you want to go with me, go wide on your mat, maybe bend the knees. If not, you can stand in just a really standard mountain pose. That's okay too. I get it. So one hand down, one hand forward. Palm turns back and away from you. Lift the arm up. Follow it and reach it back. When you reach it back, the palm is facing out. Okay, so the thumb is up. And then reach it up and turn it so that the palm is face out and thumb is down. Reach up, turn, look back. The thumb is up. Reach up, forward, and down. Let that one go. Roll it out. Other side, thumb is down, palm is facing away. Reach up, follow it. The thumb's going to turn up, the arm is reaching back. Reach up and down. It's almost like you're doing a thumbs down, back, a thumbs up, and release. Good. Come on down into a nice squat, everybody. Wide leg preferable. Belly is toned in. Feel this. Now, I want you to think, so here we are, goddess pose, especially if we take thumb and index fingers together. Belly squeezes in, chest is open. Think of extension here, but don't pop, like don't go. Be purposeful. I want to extend arms and legs out. And then I'm going to bend it back in. Inhale, slow movement. Stretch it all, squeeze the glutes. Exhale it down. Just one more. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Hands to knees, straighten the legs and walk it in. Shake that out. We're almost here. We're almost there. We're almost wherever there is, but we are here, right? Good. Shake it out, everybody. One hand to chest, one arm out, feet a little wider than normal. I want you to open up that arm, extend through the elbow. Allow the knees and the feet to turn as you reach behind you. Allow the legs to pivot as much as you want. Reach the arm behind and come back to center. Take that hand to your chest, reach forward, extend, twist, turn the toes, reach, and come on back. Shake that out. Balance, maybe a wall is nearby. I can suggest a strap, but if I'm being honest, I don't like a strap for a lot of balance poses because I think the strap can set us off or throw us off. So the strap, we're going to do dancer pose. And in dancer, you have to reach back to grab the foot. The strap could come into play if grabbing that foot really isn't an option. And here's what I would suggest if you want to use your strap. Keep the lightest possible grip on that strap as you can so that if you start to lose your balance, the first thing you do is let go of your strap, okay? Because if you fight it, you're in much more chance of tripping. All right, so dancer pose. Again, I like the idea of a wall if you want it. So if I'm standing on my right foot and I'm thinking of extension, I'm going to shift into my right foot and I'm going to see if I can grab a hold of my left foot with my left hand. Traditional dancer is taught with the hand inside the foot so that you're holding at the arch of the foot instead of the pinky side. So you can play there or not. I do them both ways. The left shoulder pulls back, but not artificially, right? So I'm not reaching the left shoulder back too much. I'm going to draw the left knee down toward the floor, but I'm going to press both hips forward. So there's my extension. It's like when we did the tuck of the pelvis in lunge. I've slightly tucked that pelvis. I've engaged the back glute and I'm extending the left front hip. I'm going to draw the elbow back on the left side and take the right arm up, right? So there's dancer. Think of extension. The right arm is straight. The right leg is straight. The left arm is straight. Only if you want. Pivot forward, but it should feel like an extension and it should feel steady and secure. Fingertip to a wall. I've got a beam right here. Can be a really nice thing to play. What I notice in dancer for some is that back knee will splay. I would play with that if you can. Just watch your knee. See if you can keep the knee training straight back. And release, everybody. Oh, shake that out. Dancer pose. I've seen many, many variations of dancer. Some people can go really low. Some people can go really wide. Trust your body. Okay. I don't tend to overdo any of that anymore. It's just doesn't serve my body. So plant your left foot, bend your right knee or use your strap. Draw the right knee down toward the floor and a slight tuck of the pelvis. Take the left arm up. Find your balance. This is dancer pose, everybody. Press back. You can start to press the foot into the hand as you tilt forward, as you find your pose. And breathe. Think extension. That's it. Find that. And release it. and shake it out. Feet or hips width apart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. I just want you to come into a squat. You can even rest. This is kind of sweet. Just rest your elbows on your knees. So we've extended the heck out of the front body. I am purposefully contracting the front body to kind of bring us back into alignment. You can take the elbows off if you want a little more work. You can keep them down if you want a little less work. And release, stand all the way up. Exhale to your heart. Shake it out. Let's bring it down to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. Step back to downward facing dog. Find your extension, everyone. And then lower down to your knees. We got a little bit of prep before we come on to our backs. And I need to put my shirt back on because it's getting chilly again. So you're gonna want your blanket from the base of your neck down, and I'll show you in 2 secs. So grab your blanket, and either you can go kind of here, your head's going to be off the blanket, or you can open it up. I want the upper back cushioned, and so that's my goal. You can have it under your head and your back, as long as it doesn't throw your hips or your spinal alignment off. I'm good. I'm good. And then you're going to take your strap and you're going to lay it across your blanket, about where your armpits are going to be when we lay down. So I hope that makes sense. I realize stripes and stripes, but it's right there underneath. And then come on down to your back. Doesn't that feel good? And then find your strap and scoot it kind of under your shoulder blades so that when you take it overhead, it's right underneath the armpits and you can extend out through your arms. Keep the pelvis neutral so you're not overarching or underarching. And I just want you to see if you can take, I'm just leveling out my strap here, if you can take the arms overhead. Palms are face up. And breathe. If this hurts your shoulders, either take the arms a little wider or let go of the strap completely. So I'm pulling on the strap, but not really hard. The knees are bent, the feet are planted, the chin is level. So try not to tuck the chin here. It's easy to do. Keep the shoulder blades where they are and press into the feet to lift into bridge pose. And breathe. Once you have that, I want you to let go of your strap and press the elbows, upper arms into the floor. So what we've done is we've extended through the shoulders. We've aligned the shoulder blades so that we can raise the chest, right? We're in the heels of our feet. The tailbone is long. The chest is wide open. Whether I'm pressing into the floor or the palms are face up or they're overhead, right? It all feels good in the shoulders. So hang out here if you can for a moment and play with the hands. Where are they for you? What can I do with them that feels really sweet? If my palms are face up, my upper body is so relaxed. And then I could focus on the work of bridge pose with a nice open chest. And then come on down, everyone. Woo. Grab your strap, take it out from under you, wrap it around the front of your heels or front of your ankles, put your feet back on the floor. You're going to hold on to your strap with some tension. Press your feet into the floor, drop your shoulders to the floor. My palms are more face up, so I've kind of wrapped the strap around my hands and I'm turning my palms face up. From here, lengthen your tailbone, lift your hips, bridge pose again with arm extension, right? Shoulders pressing to the floor, chin is level. We're reaching up through those thighs that we have opened up, front hip extension, arm extension. You got it, everyone. Breathe and lower. Woo. Remove your strap. Set your strap aside. You might need it, so keep it close. And breathe. Last bridge. Palms are face down, shoulders are down. You can even walk the shoulders under just a little bit. It's almost like giving that chest a chance to lift up a little bit early. Press into the feet. Dig the heels back isometrically. Lift up through the hips. So as we press the heels back, again, we're engaging the hamstrings, so we're extending through the thighs. And breathe. If your blanket is nearby, grab a hold of the edges of your blanket and press the arms long. And breathe. You don't have to lift super high here. And lower down, everyone. Woo. All right, good job. Bring those knees to your chest. I know my low back folks are going, enough of the back bends already. Hang on to your right knee. Extend your left leg out. Use your hands to press behind your right knee. Point your toes. Really extend through that left leg, everybody. And then a soft flex of the left and right foots, really. Straighten the right leg and bring it up. You can use your strap here as well, but I want you to press the back, if you're using your hands, the back of your thigh into your hands. Notice I didn't say knee, I said thigh. Press the back of your thigh into your hands. Here we are in extension again. Point the toes, extending all the way through that front leg. Flex the foot, flex the knee and hip, and release it fully. Bend your left, bring that knee to chest, take the hands behind. Just pause. Maybe point the right toes and extend. And then a soft flex. Extend the left leg up. Press the back of the thigh into your hands. Point your toes. Press the back of your thigh into your hands. Flex your foot. Breathe. Keep reaching the back thigh into the hands. It's gonna help the knee straighten. And release. Bring it in. Straighten both legs. Whew. Pause here. Bend both knees to chest. Hands behind both legs up. I've actually interlaced my fingers behind my legs, and I'm gonna reach the legs straight, straight, straight. Shoulders are soft here, don't overdo. Reach with the back of the legs, back of the knees, flex your feet. Woo. And then point your feet. Grab each leg and take it out nice and wide. Bring them back together, cross your knees. Bring the knees to your chest, stretching out that hip. Notice which knee is on top, so you don't do the same side twice. Grab behind your thighs, Open those legs again and crisscross the other way. Bring your knees to your chest. Ooh, right? Sneaky. It's sneaky. Breathe. Hands behind thighs. Release, open. Last one. Take them together. Bend your knees. One leg nice and straight. The other leg nice and straight. Take the legs wide if you would on your mat. Find that nice comfortable spot to be. The hips nice and even. The feet just relax. The palms face up. Everything at some level of extension at the front of the body without hyperextending. And find your Shavasana. Deep breath. And soften your gaze. If you feel your low back at all, or even your knee joints or something, you can bend the knees. And maybe as we drift into Shavasana, we can think for just a moment about other areas of our lives where we're getting constricted, where we're not reaching out, where we're not opening up instead of closing. And without judgment, we acknowledge that and we decide to move forward. Allow yourself to go softer still. Start to wiggle your toes, everyone. Very slowly draw your knees to your chest. Rock side to side and allow those knees to roll to one side or the other. Curl over in fetal pose. And then ever so slowly press yourself all the way back up. Coming back to your seated pose. And allow the arms to come out and up and overhead. Nice extension. Exhale those hands to your heart. Agree to open your heart to extension, your heart open to others' ideas, your heart open to that swaying in the current instead of rigidity. Namaste, everyone. Thank you. I hope everybody has an awesome day.